The Competition Commission issued a press statement about the opportunistic behavior that they perceive is in the industry with respect to prices and the negotiation between companies. And what I think is very important is that we must realize that the Competition Commission, the mandate of the Competition Commission is actually to evaluate and to investigate restrictive business behavior. They have to investigate dominant position of companies in the economy, and then also to look at mergers. And they need to evaluate the impact of those three aspects on the efficiency of the economy. So the Competition Commission to issue a statement on food prices is maybe not totally within the mandate, but they have a very strong focus on food price monitoring, and we can understand it because food prices is very important for our consumers. We have a 36% unemployment rate, so it is something that's important. But the way how you convey that message through food price monitoring is very important. So our issue with the statement that the Competition Commission made is that, first of all, the Competition Commission is a regulatory body. It's a very important body, and when they put out a press statement, it's also the consumers took them very seriously about it. But when you do food price monitoring and you only look at the output side, for instance in terms of food prices, and you don't consider the raw material costs, load shedding, the increase of costs, especially the operational costs, as it increased over time, then you can make a mistake. And I think when you look at the data, and we look at public data, the Stats SA data, you see in those data that the statements made by the Competition Commission is not proved or substantiated by public data. And I think what they did is they didn't go and look what happened to the raw material costs. You will realize, for instance, if you look at wheat, so the price of wheat over the past 2 years, it increased to a high and then it declined over time. The price of bread over that time does not reflect that increase, that sudden increase that you see going up steep and coming down. That price increase of bread, of wheat, didn't reflect in the price of bread. And that's a problem, because you have to take into consideration that the industry also needs recognition that it didn't give through all the raw material cost increases, the changes, load shedding. You know, just for the storage sector, the diesel price, the price of diesel is 7 times the price of electricity. And to take that into consideration and to think that the value chain, it's just one example, actually absorb these costs and doesn't give it through to the consumer, it's a very strong, beautiful story that you need to convey. And what the Competition Commission came with a one-sided view and unsubstantiated claims, they actually demolished a very good story. And we need our consumers to have trust in the value chain. I can go on and tell you maybe about the raw material costs. For instance, wheat, maize, and sunflower seed. The way those costs are determined is through the JSE. That's where price discovery happens, through supply and demand. There's no way that business can get together and fix those prices or anything like that. So I think what happens is very sad, and we need to correct that. So the message that we want to convey is just to maybe an invitation to the Competition Commission to engage with industry, to talk to us first, and then maybe consult 1 or 2 economists that look fairly into the costs and the reasons for these cost increases of prices, of food prices, and then to make sure that when they put out a press statement, they tell this side of the story, but also this side of the story. Because if you go only on the one side, for sure you're going to be wrong.